French press was patented in 1929 by an Italian designer named Attilio Calamani. This simple coffee brewing apparatus is also known as a coffee press, a coffee plunger, a cafetiere, and a press pot. Essentially, the French press is a glass beaker with a plunging lid made of wire mesh. The mesh allows the filtered coffee to retain more of its natural oils and flavor compared to paper-filtered coffee. Whether you're trying to wake up, stay up, or induce auditory hallucinations, I found the French press to produce a righteous brew that gets you through. To French press coffee, you'll need coffee, water, and a French press. French presses come in many designs and prices. This Primulus 6-cup glass coffee press was about $12 on Amazon. There are many successful methods of pressing coffee, but here's a simple overview. Mix about 1 rounded tablespoon of coarsely ground coffee per cup of boiling or near boiling water in the carafe. Give the mix a light stir and let it steep for 3 to 5 minutes. Once the coffee is believed to have steeped enough, place the plunging lid atop the decanter and slowly press the coffee grounds to its bottom. Pour and enjoy. The more ground coffee and the longer the steep, the stronger your brew. Now that you've been introduced to the procedure, please allow me to explain to you some of the routines I've been practicing. There is something wonderfully whimsical about bringing water to temperature on the stove with a kettle. However, my current address came with no cooking appliances. Fortunately, the glass beaker is removable from many French presses, allowing it to be microwaved. If you're weary about microwaving your beaker, consider using a glass measuring bowl instead. The handled sleeve of my French press is all plastic, and I've had no problems microwaving the sleeve with a glass flask. I've found that heating the water in the microwave for 5 minutes and stirring the coffee in afterward works well. Please note that microwaving ground coffee with water can create such a mess that I'm not prepared to provide an example of those results. I've been experimenting with adjusting my morning behavior by using coffee as a reward. For instance, when I prepare coffee when I wake up, I use the 5 minutes of microwave time to inspire a swift shower. The 5 minutes of steep time is used to dry and dress. A beautiful glass of hot coffee becomes my reward for a timely morning routine. I found this method to be particularly rewarding in the colder months of the year. Sometimes I prepare coffee at night and let it steep till morning. When my morning alarm goes off, I find the temptation of snoozing easier to avoid, knowing that I have a super steeped and splendidly strong brew waiting for me that can provide an almost instantaneous psychoactive response. The coffee can then be reheated or enjoyed cold, which is kind of how I like it during the warmer months of the year. Cleaning the French press isn't always as easy as just dumping the grounds, but it isn't necessarily complicated. You can use a spatula to scrape the expired grounds from the carafe and into the garbage or a container. Used coffee grounds can be reused to create an acidic soil favored by azaleas, rose bushes, and rhododendrons. Often I just fill the beaker with water and loosen the grains by swirling it as if it were a snifter of cognac. Once the mixture has been agitated, I dump it into the toilet. This can create an unfavorable looking situation in your bowl, so quickly flush it, and if you need to, brush it. This routine and maintenance provides a unique opportunity to keep a tidy toilet. Now that you've learned a few French press techniques, you can start developing your own, because in the end it all comes down to personal preference. Have a beautiful day.